Home at last. Well, almost. The Royal Navy's flagship, HMS Bulwark, is at the end of a 12,000-mile journey, which saw her visit 14 countries. She led the Operation Cougar 13 exercise and worked with multinational forces as diverse as Pakistan and Albania. The amphibious assault ship lies at anchor in Plymouth Sound, less than a mile from home, agonisingly close, but not there yet. The ship's routine must continue. Here, emergency breathing apparatus being checked for safety.
The morale's really high. Everyone's nervous, excited to see their partners, families. Everyone's waiting on the jetty for them. So it's a real nice atmosphere at the moment, obviously getting back from deployment.
Yeah, totally. It's buzzing all around the areas.
350 personnel call HMS Bulwark home, but that number swelled considerably during this deployment, especially when extra Royal Marines joined for amphibious landing operations off the coast of Albania. Joining for the last month, these Royal Navy Reserve acting sub-lieutenants, keen to have ship time following training.
It's been really, really good. It's great to actually get onto an operational warship and put everything that we learn in the R&R in theory into practice and into context.
The training that we get at the Royal Naval Reserve units and nationally has benefited me in my real job, as it were. I got a promotion 4 months ago, having done the command leadership management training, and off the back of that, through the strength of that I brought into the workplace, I was promoted. So that now is the best thing for me.
Tradition for Royal Navy vessels returning to Plymouth is to have fresh Cornish pasties delivered while they're waiting to come in. In the Junior Rates dining hall, I caught up with A.B. Thomas Smith.
The rhythm of life, it's quite busy. It's very stressful, very busy. Sometimes you can only get like about 4 or 5 hours sleep a day, and you're constantly on the go. You're either maintaining the ship, or you're doing your job as in sitting on doing the radar and anything like that, or up a cruise. So it's constantly, you're busy all the time.
So you must be extra specially pleased to be home now.
Oh, I can't wait. Get a bit of leave in, and then that'll be me, just chilling.
Elsewhere, a last meal before the final mile of this epic journey, and thoughts very much turning to home.
Really good atmosphere at the minute, with everybody getting excited to see all families and friends and stuff, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back, see everyone. It'll be good.
Everyone's super excited to see their families. It's going to be a lot of emotions running.
Captain Andrew Burns is the commanding officer of HMS Bulwark, and he joins me now. Captain Burns, first thing, you're back home. I guess there must be a great sense of relief, happiness, and also of a job well done on board.
That's right, we're delighted to be home, particularly in time for Christmas, but it has been a job well done, and my ship's company have been magnificent over the last 4 months. They've delivered an enormous amount on behalf of the government and on behalf of the Royal Navy, and they can be really proud of what they've achieved.
Let's unpack some of the things you did whilst on deployment. Starting, of course, with the amphibious operations off Albania.
That's right, and we've got a growing relationship with the Albanians. We exercised with them last year and again this year, and it's really a mission rehearsal. And as the very high readiness amphibious assault ship, we made absolutely sure we were ready to respond to any of the world events that clearly were the backdrop to our deployment.
And Cougar 13 is all about working with multinational partners. Some unusual names on the list: Pakistan, Oman and so forth. What's it like working with those sort of countries?
Well, it's hugely satisfying. They're extremely welcoming. They recognise that the Royal Navy remains the gold standard. They appreciate our commitment, and that's what it's really about. It's demonstrating our country's commitment to the security of the Middle East in particular. And we had an extremely warm welcome in Karachi and likewise in Tripoli on our way back through the Mediterranean.
In terms of the Royal Navy's flagship, HMS Bulwark, as an instrument for diplomacy, how useful is she, and how much was that put into practice on this tour?
Well, as the Royal Navy's flagship, it makes a big statement when you put her alongside in a foreign port. But I think the most useful tool is the ship's company, and they've been superb at articulating exactly what the Royal Navy does in terms of defence diplomacy and in terms of maritime security, and I think in terms of wider defence objectives. They understand those, and they put them across extremely well.
2 years ago, I was in a similar position interviewing the CEO of HMS Ocean, fresh back from operations off Libya. How has the country evolved in that time, would you say?
Well, it's still getting back on its feet. I think security is their biggest challenge, but they're working extremely hard to generate a stable government, and once they've done that, I think the benefits will come. They're very keen to work with the Royal Navy in furthering the capability of their own Navy, and the partnership is growing and is already a strong one.
In terms of capability, a key part of 4 months away on Cougar 13 is to ensure that this ship is as ready as she can be, and her crew. You're leaving in January, I understand. How ready is everybody?
Well, they've been ready throughout, and they'll be ready to go again if we're called on to do so over the Christmas period. The ship is at very high readiness for operations all the time, and the ship's company understand that. And we have to make sure that we're ready to respond, and we'll be ready over the Christmas period, but then we'll be regenerating in the first half of next year for Cougar 14, which I hope will return to the Middle East and build on the success of this year's deployment.
At last, HMS Bulwark finally arrives back in port. Hundreds of family and friends are on hand to welcome the crew. The gangway is lowered, the reunions begin.
You're so different, aren't you? There you go, he's a good boy.
Amazing to be back. It's been a long trip, but it's great to come back and see everyone here. It's really good.
How's it travelling home?
It's lovely, wonderful. It's a really nice experience.
Go away for the weekend first in a hotel, and then back home, see the dog and family.
Cheers! Job done. Bulwark's crew home in time for Christmas. Tim Cooper, Forces News, Plymouth.